Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you, man?
Pretty bad. Valentine's Day's in 12 days, and I still have no idea what I'm gonna get Sarah. What do you think I should do?
Well, what does she like? Does she like jewelry?
Yeah, she loves jewelry, but I don't want to give her jewelry just to give her jewelry. I want it to be like something meaningful and unique.
You know what? I have a friend named Connor who works at MC Ginsburg in Iowa City, and they specialize in custom jewelry. I'm sure they can make you something that she would love.
Yeah, that'd be great. Can you give me his number?
Oh yeah, I got it. It's right here. You can give him a call.
Awesome, thank you.
Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Not too bad.
So I wanted to just say thanks again for meeting with me. I've never actually bought a customized piece of jewelry before, and I was wondering if you could kind of describe the whole process for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's my job as project manager. We're gonna lay out all the steps for you in a way that you feel comfortable. We're gonna calculate the critical path needed, and we're gonna every early start, late finish. We're gonna get it right on time to you and shiny pendant by Valentine's Day. I promise you that.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Well, Chris, you got a lot going on this board. This is your whole project on this board right here. How would I break it down for you? It makes a little more sense. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good.
Well, great. Each task that we have has its own set of early start dates, early finish dates, late start dates, and late finish dates. These dates are key in determining the critical path and finding the best way to go about our project so we get it in a 12-day deadline. So each task has its own slack.
What's a slack?
Well, slack is the amount of time that each task can be increased without affecting the length of the overall project. So that 12 days. So each one has its own slack, and we determined it with the early start minus early finish or late start minus late finish. So whenever your slack equals 0, you know that a critical path is going to be there. And those are those red arrows, because each one of these have a slack of 0. So when you have a slack of 0, you go and that is your critical path, and we can only monitor these ones so that we can get your project done on time. Because if one of these are not finished on time, it's going to set back that due date. So it's going to be 13 days, and your girlfriend's not going to have a pendant on Valentine's Day. You don't want that, do you?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Connor's explained to you what all this means. Now we can get to the actual process of making your necklace.
After explaining how we determine the critical path for Chris's necklace project, we will now monitor those tasks closely to ensure that we are on time for completing the project fully. Let's watch as the critical steps are monitored closely at MC Ginsburg. We completed the first step, consultation with Chris already, so let's take a look at step 2. Here we see the designer use computer-aided design software to create a 3D model of Sarah's Dance Marathon pendant. Step 3 is pricing quote. Price is given on the basis of labor hours and costs of raw materials. In step 4, the model that was created on the computer is sent to the 3D printer. This printer prints using a high-quality wax, which will be later used to make a mold. Using the wax model, the designer prepares it for investment. She attaches the model to an investment plate using melted wax. She then attaches the investment chamber to the plate. This must be airtight as she prepares the plaster investment compound. Watch as she fills the whole chamber surrounding the wax mold. The wax model is made of a special wax that burns out clean when heated. This leaves an exact replica of the model that will be later filled with a metal of the customer's choice. Here, we see the designer melt gold using a high-powered torch. The liquid metal is then poured into the voids left by the wax model, and when it hardens, will be an exact replica of the ring designed. The plaster mold freshly filled with gold is then quenched into water, revealing the rough form of the jewelry. In Chris's case, the pendant would go from here to filing and polishing, where unwanted parts would be clipped off and the pendant would be polished to a beautiful shine. After that, a chain link is added, and it would be ready for the final step, the revealing of the pendant to Sarah. And just like we calculated, 12 days later we have Sarah's necklace ready to go, just in time for Valentine's Day too. We know Chris is happy, let's hope Sarah is too.